Hello everyone, welcome to our AI update. Before I get into too much detail in this video, I just want to clarify a few things. For one, this is an early look at our most basic AI. The basic AI only uses blueprints, so it won't be using the behavior tree like the advanced AI that we're still working on. So basically, what you're going to see isn't going to be groundbreaking, but there'll still be enough interesting stuff for an update. Also, at the basic AI's current state right now, there's going to be a lot of tweaking and programming that still needs to be done with it. So when the game's finished, there's going to be a lot of improvement from what you're going to see right now. So let's start with the turrets. The first turret we're going to show is the standard turret. Once you get into radius, it will start firing at you, and it's nothing special. It has the standard amount of health, it shoots at an average rate. However, it does have a high accuracy, so if you're not constantly moving, it will hit you. While it is pretty basic at the moment, we will be adding new features when we start getting into user interfaces. For example, the player will be able to access certain terminals or computers that would have options for the turrets. Like, you can turn the turret off, you can turn off friendly fire, or you can manually take control of the turret and shoot the enemies yourself. The next turret is the machine turret. Now the machine turret has certain advantages over the standard turret, but it also has some disadvantages. The machine turret has more health than the standard turret, and it also shoots at a much faster rate. So if you get in the way of this turret, you're going to lose a good chunk of your health. However, while it does have a faster firing rate, it does have a lower turning rate, which leads to lower accuracy when firing at you. It's also completely incapable of aiming upwards. It can only aim side to side, so all the player has to do is jump over it and shoot it with a missile and the job's done. You're probably going to think this is too easy for you, but trust me, it's not. The chances of you finding a machine turret alone is unlikely. The machine turret is always going to be around other enemies, so you're going to have to focus on multiple targets while it's shooting at you. Not only that, but let's also keep in mind that your mission takes place in a space facility. So tight corridors, low ceilings, not going to have a great time. The last turret is the homing turret. Now there's actually two variants of this turret. The first version shoots homing missiles at you, and the missiles actually go at a pretty decent speed. The missiles will follow you until it either hits you or runs into something else. But because it goes at a pretty fast speed, the recovery rate is really low. So all you have to do is dodge it at the right moment and you're good. The second version shoots a ball of energy at you, and unlike the missile version, the ball of energy travels at a very slow speed. Not only that, but the turret shoots at a much faster pace than the missile version. So rather than having a missile hurling after you, you would have to deal with a swarm of energy going after you all at once. That's going to be a problem, especially if you're dealing with other enemies shooting at you and having a swarm going after you at the same time. Now on to our next AI, the bomber drone. When the player walks into its field of view, it will immediately go after the player. The bomber drone is the only enemy AI that the player cannot run or hide from when it spots you. When the bomber drone spots you, it will know your location at all times. It doesn't matter how far away you run away from it, it will know where you are. When the bomber drone touches the player, it will self-destruct and deal a great amount of damage to the player. On a one-hit basis, the bomber drone does the most damage. However, that one hit is basically all the bomber drone has. Not only that, but the bomber drone is one of the weakest enemies in the game. It only takes a few shots for it to blow up. The bomber drone has three types of AI. The first one, it goes into a more passive state, where basically it waits for the player to walk by it. The second AI, it stands in place and rotates, scanning the surrounding area. The third AI, it patrols a selected area that you have given it. Now, if you looked up how to make a patrol AI in Unreal Engine 4, it would most likely be done in the level blueprint. However, how I did it, I actually programmed it within the enemy AI itself. So that way I can just place it wherever and not have to copy and paste it for every level that I do. The last enemy AI I'm going to show here is the basic mercenary. Now the basic mercenary for the most part has the same AI as the bomber drone. it patrols, it stands in place and guards an area. So other than that, what really stands out from the bomber drone is when it spots you, rather than just rushing at you, it stands in place and starts firing at you. I haven't programmed the firing animation, so for right now, he's just kind of standing there.